Courtesy of the official Vietnamese Rise of Kingdoms YouTube channel, we've got the entire patch contents here to review, starting with a Zenith of Power City skin and more. Stick around in this video for everything we figured out watching the official Rise of Kingdoms Vietnam YouTube channel. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in this video, we're reviewing everything we could find from the Vietnamese YouTube channel, showcasing all of the patch contents, and there was a lot to cover here. What you're looking at right here is, I think, a landing screen for a number of things. First of all, it's got that Thieves Event, which they'll show some pictures of in just a second. It's also got the city theme contest, where you're designing your city layout, and that's getting rated, and there's some prizes. Also, there's the yearbook, I think, all the way on the far side, and then they promised to release sort of the sounds and songs of Rise of Kingdoms, and that, I think, is right over here by the harp. So if I smash the play button on this video, here is the Thieves Event, which theoretically could give you some legendary materials. Now, this event does involve the temple holy sites in your kingdom, so I'm hopeful that this is not an event where we're battling or competing with other players to get access to be able to do this, and everybody can do the event as much as they want. Here is that harp from the earlier screen, and they play through a bunch of the original Rise of Kingdoms tunes, and it looks like they might even be on Spotify if you wanted to download them. Personally, man, I've heard a lot of those in-game. I think I'm good with them being in-game. Now here, okay, he actually does click on that little portion in the bottom right. I think this is the city design contest. It looks like you do post onto the Rise of Kingdoms official page for, I guess, whatever country or region you're in. Oh, hello. And here is how you get the new commander. Now, you're going to get a bunch of sculptures of this new commander, but spoiler alert. Okay, good news is there are some universal legendary commander sculptures in here. That's nice. I have seen the skills for this commander. We'll review them at the very end of the video. I think she's going to be good for gathering, but unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be great at fighting. Integration, which I hoped would be leadership. Also, gathering and support. I did guess those two spot on. Oh, well. I was close, man. Here's the active skill for this new commander, and no, she doesn't actually gather gems. Oh, my gosh. Okay, but the gem animation is like, well, I think it's very distinct. So here is the reworked Champions of Olympia, and I would love to give you more with all the skills and running through all of that. Unfortunately, I don't have the full details on what each of these skills does for every single unit type, but they did change the skills available to benefit the different unit types as opposed to the way they had it before. Here is the Lucky Dice event that I've covered on my channel in the past. There are city themes here as a top tier reward, but it does look like those are all 5% city themes, not legendary city themes. So my hope is that there are actually other tiers of this event that you could roll for that give a lot of materials. Historically, that was true, and this was just one of the prize sets, and you could reset the prize set to get a different set of things. So here is the city theme for the event. It looks like it's Cav health, and you lose Archer health. Is that right? Oh, well, I think that's right. I think the fact that they're both green is what that signifies. And, I mean, if you wanted a Cav health skin, that's pretty good. But I guess more importantly, there is a Zenith of Power event. So save up to gain 1,000,000 power. And the official reward is right over here. Now, this city theme is an infantry health city theme. And you're losing stats of other unit types. I believe it's cavalry defense and archer attack that you lose here. So it's a slightly better theme than the original infantry health city theme, if you value, of course, the, I guess, archer defense over the cavalry defense. It's just a very minor swap of stats there. So for those of you looking for a 10% health skin just in time for the meta to shift away from infantry, hey, here it potentially is. Although if you're in the early game, that could be really crazy. We get a little bit of a sneak peek here at Lohar's trial and also the puzzle, which we've seen those events before. Although it's not covered here, there's almost certainly going to be bundles you can get. You know, I guess I've certainly covered the anniversary bundles in the past. If you want to check those out, I'll have a card up in the top. Let me get to those commander skills that I was promising you earlier, though. Big thanks to Morier, who took pictures and got them translated from the video. This is, I guess, Google Translate or equivalent, doing sort of an overlay of the translations. I think the archery seal, new stat in the game, is really solid. Joking aside, it's infantry health, minus cav defense, and minus archer attack, which again, I think is really solid. Here are the translations on Queen Tamar of Georgia. The active skill gives your commander and the one with the fewest nearby units 20% defense and a healing factor of 350 for the next 2 seconds. So I guess that's a grand total of 700 healing factor per target. That's a total of 1,400 healing factor and 20 defense per target. I mean, I don't think the defense is going to stack with Joan of Arc anyways, so I feel like you would always just use Joan of Arc, to be perfectly honest. Healing a nearby weak unit is cool, but not if the defense over here is not going to stack with Joan of Arc. You'd always prefer to use the Joan of Arc. The next combat skill is going to make it so that your normal attack damage is increased by 10%, and that's the maximum amount of that, by the way. And you do a attack reduction. There's a chance to trigger it. 10% chance. They'll reduce the attack of the enemy by 30%, which is kind of a big deal for 3 seconds, but that only triggers once every 5 seconds. So at most, once every 5 seconds. I think this is a fine skill. And if the active skill of this commander actually did stack with Joan of Arc, I'd be a lot more hyped about her. Then over here, army capacity of 10% actually is pretty solid. There's nothing wrong with that. But we've already covered the expertise skill that was enhancing the active skill. So the base level of the active skill without the expertise is actually just 15% defense and then a healing factor of 300. And the expertise, it looks like maybe there's something else I'm missing, or maybe there's something missing from the translation. Oh, no. Okay, so the expertise is giving you 5% extra defense, 50% extra healing factor, and healing another target, which is pretty cool. But just overall, I feel like the active skill just doesn't feel overly strong, especially in the context of Joan of Arc. Now, this is a gathering commander, and so at least you get a gathering skill out of her, which is, I think, primarily what she's here for. Gathering speed of wood, 25%. Okay, cool. Gathering speed of all other resources, 20%. Hey, that's great. You're going to use her for gathering gold in the end game, because all other resources, that includes gold. That's fantastic. Not every commander, by the way, does include gold, although maybe that is a translation-related thing, because the text on some of the gathering commanders is going to change. It's been updated, even though the functionality has not. So I'm very eager to see the text on all the gathering commanders when this patch lands. Overall, I'm hyped for this patch. I wasn't expecting a Zenith. They didn't say Zenith in the earlier notes that they had shown. So there's a lot of really cool stuff here. And for those of you who are waiting for an infantry health skin, hey, baby, it is right around the corner. I just woke up, and in a matter of minutes, I need to go battle at a pass. So you'll see me live very, very soon. If you found this video helpful, throw a like on here and consider subscribing. I always try to cover the latest and greatest news in Rise of Kingdoms literally as soon as it lands, come hell or high water. And like, I'm sure I look like hell. I just got out of bed and now I've got to go battle in KVK. Okay, so consider throwing that like on here and subscribing if you appreciated and enjoyed this video. And of course, we'll talk about this more during the live stream while I'm battling. So if there's more information to discuss here from this video, stuff to break down, yeah, we'll be talking about it. Until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom.